Hey everybody, I'm going to take you through the actual steps on the calculator in case the video didn't get you enough information. So I'm using the exact same example from Mrs. Ruman's video. So now you can see the calculator right here. So you notice I have a y equals 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. Same example from the other video. So I have to go up here to y equals. All right, and I just have to go with 2. Now the x button is this button right here, the X right there. So you're going to click that button for X. Here's squared. Minus, make sure you don't use negative, that's minus 8. And go back to the X plus 6. Okay, now enter. There's my equation. Now to first start off, I want to make sure our window is in a nice setting. So my window is all messed up right here. So I'm going to make this real quick, and I'm going to go zoom 6. And there I get a good window, and it's going to be, that means I went 10, 10, 10, and 10. All right. And so to find the vertex, all right, notice the steps are second, trace, which is calc. So here's the second button, here's trace. Notice the same color blue is calc. So I go second, trace, and I get to calculate. Now if you look at my graph, all right, it's number 3 or 4. The vertex is either a minimum or a maximum. All right, so if I go back to my graph and take a look at it, you see how this is the lowest point of the graph will be the vertex. So that means second trace, I'm going to go for a minimum. So I'm going to choose option 3. So you can arrow down to 3, or you can simply push enter, or you can simply push the number 3. And now this is that step, left bound. Move the cursor to the left of the vertex. So it's asking me left bound. So think about, here's the vertex, there's my cursor. I want to move my cursor. All right, so look at that cursor is to the left of the vertex. It's on this side of the vertex, so I'm going to hit enter. And now it asks me for right bound. So right bound, move the cursor right of the vertex. So I just push the right arrow until the cursor, and I can push and hold it too, and it moves a little faster. And now it's on the right side of the vertex. When it's on the right side of the vertex, I hit enter. And now it asks me for guess. So guess means move the cursor to the vertex. So I'm going to go back left, just move the cursor towards the vertex, and try to guess where it is. If I hit enter, there is my vertex. Now the calculator is trying to be smarter than it really needs to be here. And notice what it says on the calculator, 2.000111. Some of you might also be getting right now 1.9999999. All right. Let's be smarter than the calculator, and let's say that that means that it's 2, -2. All right, so the vertex is at 2, -2. So then I would write down on my homework 2, I would write parentheses 2, comma, -2 to write down my answer. All right, then number 2 says the axis of symmetry. All right, well I can't draw it here because this is the calculator, but the axis of symmetry would be at x equals 2. All right, is the axis of symmetry. Now to identify the y-intercept, all right, first off, if I just went and hit second trace calc again, so second trace, now I'm going to choose number 1, which is a value. I want to find a value. I want to find a y value. So I'm going to push number 1, and it's asking me for what x equals. Well, for the y-intercept, the x would equal 0. I'll hit enter. Notice the y-intercept ends up being at 0, 6. And notice the equation, there is C. C is the y-intercept. So I actually knew the y-intercept right here was 6 without even having to do any work on this one, which is called standard form. All right. That is how I can do that one. All right, let's try, I'm going to scroll down here, and let's try the second one here. Let's look at it. That's what it should look like. So when I get to my calculator, I'm going to go back to y equals. And I'm just going to clear it. So I can hit this button clear. I could also hit the button delete. But I'm just going to clear it and just type it over again. So now negative. Make sure you use this negative button down here. There's the negative. X, again, is right there. Squared plus 6x minus 8. All right. And I have already made my window, standard window. So I'm going to go back to graph. And it looks like this. Now, to find the vertex, I'm going to follow those exact same steps, but notice in this case that the vertex is at a highest point, which means the vertex is a maximum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go second, trace. This time I'm going to select option 4. So go down to 4, or I can push number 4, maximum. Same questions, left bound. Notice my cursor, already on the left of my vertex, so I can hit enter. Now it asks for right bound. Right bound means move the cursor right of the vertex. Okay? I'm far enough right. I don't have to go all the way down. I just have to be to the right of it, which I am. Enter. Now it asks for guess. I'm going to move back. All right, notice these little arrows show up. That means I'm trying to find, the calculator is now narrowing it down. What's the highest point between this and this? Some of you might have lines that show up when you do this. When I hit enter, there's my guess. Now again, here's the maximum. It's at 3, 1. Okay, so parentheses, 3, comma, 1, close the parenthesis. Draw on the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is a line, so it has to be an equation. So when you write down the axis of symmetry and draw it, label it as it be x equals 3. All right, now for the y-intercept, I don't really have to do it. I can tell right now the y-intercept is -8. Okay? But if I want to find it, if it's not in standard form, you can still find it by going second, trace, number 1, type in 0 for x, enter. Notice I get 0, -8 for the y-intercept. So hopefully walking through those steps, seeing it on the calculator can make it easier for you. If you need more help, we'll talk about these in class. Good luck on this and have a great day.